Hey guys, welcome back. Happy Thursday. All right, guys. So again, I've said this in my other pre-records, but obviously you guys can tell that I'm not in my normal setup. I'm in a hotel room in Salt Lake City. I cannot wait to share with you what I have going on, and everyone keeps asking me. I probably shouldn't have even teased it until I was ready to drop it, but hopefully I'll give you guys some more information, some more details, a little tidbit by Sunday. Now, that's not what we're back to talk about today. We're back to talk about Vicki Gunvalson because she actually ran into her ex, Steve Lodge, in a restaurant and chased him and his fiance out of the restaurant. Now, Tamra Judge is talking about it. We have all the details. This is actually kind of entertaining. If you guys haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. And don't forget to hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. With that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so thanks to Page Six for sharing this with us. I am just dying laughing at this. Apparently, Vicki's going through it right now, and that's not the funny part. That's not funny at all. I wouldn't wish that on anyone. But what's funny is, I guess she went out to a restaurant in Orange County, and when she did, she had no idea she was going to bump into her ex-fiance, Steve Lodge. Now, Steve was with his new fiance. Her name is Janice Carlson, and this was over the holidays, but when she did, she completely lost it. Now, Tamra Judge actually told Jeff Lewis on his show, she ran into him with his fiance and chased him out of the restaurant. How do you chase the man out of the restaurant? And she said, she told me to. I chased him out of the restaurant and he got in his car and took off. I said, Vicki, oh my God, did someone take a video of it? She said, I don't think so. Okay, well, she did say that she's remained cordial. This is Tamra, because obviously Vicki chasing Steve out of a restaurant is not remaining cordial. But Tamra said she has remained cordial with Steve Lodge, and she had a conversation with him and just told, he told her, he said he's in love. He's never had a love like this. And she said, honestly, congratulations. I'm glad you're in love. Everyone deserves love. She didn't really have much else to say. She said, what am I supposed to do? I'm not going to argue with the guy. I'm trying to keep the peace. Ugh. All right. Now, we know that Vicki, by chasing this man out, obviously she has some residual feelings. She's obviously hurt, and she has slammed Steve Lodge throughout the press a lot. She said that he was fame hungry. She's not going to give him any more attention. She said that he used her, that he was cheating on her, and they keep going back and forth. But at this point, he's moved on with the new fiance. I don't know what we're doing, especially because Vicki recently just threw a breakup party. You're celebrating this. You're going out on blind dates. You're going out on chaperone dates, which we saw from your daughter and her husband, Ryan Culberson's Instagram. They posted it on social media that they were chaperoning this date for Vicki. So you're still getting out there. I'm sure she's hurt, but chasing someone out of a restaurant, this reminds me of a time when I showed up to a restaurant with my dad, and we were there with my stepmom, and my dad ended up leaving my former stepmom for my new stepmom at the time. They weren't getting along for years. And I think we were at maybe a Longhorn Steakhouse or something like that. And while we're sitting there, the former stepmom walks up to the table and she's like, oh, so this is the you left me for? And I looked at my dad. My dad looked at me. He said, don't do this. And she's like, don't do this? Don't do this? Oh, it's a little bit too late for that, sweetie, don't you think? And my stepmom, my new stepmom, was like, girl, do you want to go outside and talk about this? You have something you want to say to me? Because I would rather not do it in a restaurant. But if you want to go outside, I'm more than happy to walk outside with you. And I think my former stepmom got the point that she wasn't playing around. So anyways, at the end of the day, these things happen. It's crazy. I feel like I've lived this. And now knowing that Vicki Gunvalson is doing the same thing, it makes me wonder. If Andy Cohen does not give her back her orange, I have no idea what he's thinking at this point, especially now that Heather Dubrow is back on the show. Tamra Judge is on, Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip. So is Vicki. I feel like if they can bring it for season 2 of Ultimate Girls Trip, that they will definitely be asked to come back in some kind of form, whether it's a friend of the show or a full-time position. I don't think Tamra would take a friend of the show, but Tamra also had some kind of revelations too. She said if she was ever asked to come back on the show and she came back full-time, that she would sit down with Shannon and try to hash things out. This is the first time we've actually heard her say this, because before she was like, oh, I have a lot of shit to say to Shannon. Shannon used me. She only wanted to be friends with me while we were on the show and filming. Once I was no longer on the show, she kind of just threw me away, like thrown out goods or thrown out trash, whatever. And I could tell exactly what our friendship was, which is kind of annoying because Tamra said that Shannon was calling her all hours of the night and that she really was needy in their friendship. And Tamra felt like she was being there for her. But it is kind of a revelation, the fact that Tamra is now coming forward and saying, hold on, wait a minute. I've thought about it. I've sat on it. I would be willing to sit down and have a full conversation with Shannon. Is she just saying that to get back on the show? I kind of feel like she is, only because, and I've said that a lot, only because Shannon Beador, her position on the show is pretty much cemented. She has a business. Bravo gets part of that business. Her business is thriving. And we've heard before that since Bravo is getting a piece of that business, well, it's worth keeping her around. Shannon Storms Beador is not going anywhere. There's the door, and Shannon is like, bye guys, I'm staying. I'm here to stay. Sorry, not sorry. I don't know. I just recapped the Real Housewives of Orange County, and I'm loving season 16 so far. There are a few people that are questionable this season, like Nicole James, but we heard that she's not even going to be around for the entire season. I don't know if I'm completely loving Dr. Jen Armstrong on the show yet. I think if they would have casted Noella, Heather Dubrow, Emily, Gina, Shannon, Tamra, and Vicki, we would have had a better show. But I'm still loving it. I still think it's a great show. I love that they did this cast shakeup, and it's telling because now we're getting cast shakeups with Atlanta and New York. All right, we're watching you, Bravo, Peacock, NBC, Andy Cohen. Guys, I want to know what you think about all of this. What are your thoughts about Vicki chasing Steve Lodge out of the restaurant, him and his fiance? I hope somebody got that on camera. I would love to see the footage. I have a feeling it's not, though. I wish we knew what restaurant. Could we call them and say, do you have the security footage? We would love to see it. We'll pay for it. Okay, maybe that's a little bit far. And also, what do you think about Tamra and Vicki potentially coming back to the show? I know you guys have all the opinions and more, so go ahead, comment below. And before you go, don't forget to smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. And don't forget to hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. With that, we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.